Hi, this is my third time recording this. I didn't get too far into the other two recordings, but I paused the video and then I accidentally clicked end instead of unpause. Yeah, so anyways, I guess this really is just another form of a diary for me. I don't know. I don't edit this shit. I don't feel the need to, obviously, as you can tell. And I have like the world's worst lighting. My nose is itchy. The most I'll do is pause the recording and then unpause if I need to like do something or whatever. I don't fucking know. So yeah. But anyways, I don't remember much about my nose is so itchy. What the fuck? Ah. I'm back. Anyways, so I don't remember much from like the last video I posted, which was not that long ago. But I just remember I talked about a little bit of the lore surrounding my so-called ex. Um I referred to him as the situation, and I will continue to refer to him as the situation in this video. So I talked about the lore surrounding the situation. And I believe I mentioned that he is back in my life. Okay, so quick rundown. I have this guy who's been in my life for like 4 or 5 years. When we were 16, we started talking. He left, came back, left, and now he's back again. Okay? But we've never actually been together. Like, we've dated, but we've never put a label on our relationship. Also for context, I'm a guy. He's a guy. I'm gay. He's bisexual or something. I don't fucking know. He's some form of queer. So, by the way, I just felt like I should put that out there. I forgot to let you guys know. I mean, you guys know, like, I say that as if anyone's watching this, but I've always presented as a man on this account. So, nothing new. Still a man. I have my name on here as Frank. I don't go by Frank. I don't look like a Frank. Just an online thing. I don't hide my real name, but fuck it, it's Frank. What up? Anyways, so continuing. So yeah, the situation. Just an on and off thing. He's the most angelic being ever when we're together, and he's literal fucking Satan himself when we're not talking. Anyways, so he's back. He's been back. He came back after 6 months of ghosting me. Well, he didn't ghost me the entire 6 months. He ghosted me December 22nd, and then a lot of crazy shit went down, and then June 22nd, he reached out. And the way he reached out is by telling me that he still had one of my shirts, which I didn't even remember he had. Okay, I think I mentioned that in the last video as well. So anyways, here we are. It's been over a month of us kind of texting. It's been a month since he's come, like over a month since he's come back into my life. Okay. And, he's just saying like, oh, I just want to be friends, and whatever. And he's like, like, I don't want what happened in the past to keep happening, and I don't want to hurt you, and blah, 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 blah. All that typical shit, yeah. So I'm like, okay. I'm actually, to go more in depth, I was basically like, I spent like the first week being like, no, like, I don't think I can just be your friend. Like, you need to come back into my life when you're ready to actually be with me, Like, sorry, like, we have too much history, like too much shit has happened for me to be able to just be your friend. I think you and I have different definitions of friends, blah, 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 blah. And then I caved. And I was like, fuck, I'll be whatever you want me to be. Whatever you want, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Anyways, so... no. So I agreed to just be his friend, and then he started off. Then he got weird. The moment I was like, okay, there's red flags all around, low key. But, as soon as I was like, okay, like, I'll be your friend, what the fuck ever. Like, you know what, like, yeah, I'm committed. I'm gonna make this work. If this is what you want, if this is the pace you want to move at, then I'm on the same page. And then suddenly he was like, I think, like, we just need, like we can be friends, but, like, we can't hang out, you know, like, I think we just need to only text. And I was just like, okay, I guess. Like, you know what, fuck it, fine. Fine. That's what you want, I'm on the same page. You know? But, like, he very quickly caved after that and was talking, like, he would talk about seeing me, and I'm like, okay. Sure. No, so I didn't see him until about, like, 2 or 3 weeks into us texting back and forth. And we only saw each other for, like, a couple hours, few hours. Because I went to a show by myself, and then he texted me, and he was like, I'm outside the venue waiting for my food next door if you want to come outside and smoke a cigarette with me. And I was like, okay. And then I missed the rest of the show because there's like four bands playing, and I only saw two of them before he sent me that text. And then I missed the other two bands. So we just sat outside. I had a bruise on my ass because, you know, like in parking lots, how there's like that concrete thingy. I don't know what it's called. But in the individual parking spaces, I was sitting on one of those with him. I had a bruise on my ass from sitting there for hours on end. Anyways, that whole night, like, oh my god, he was like, I can't remember if I told you guys this part of the, like, story lore. But, that whole night, like, we talked a little bit just about life, you know, what was going on in our individual lives regarding, you know, work, you know, where we live now, you know, like new apartments that we've gotten, just life updates, you know, just talked about little things, you know, whatever, just random things. And then we did dive a little bit into the past because, yeah, I didn't really talk about it that much, you know? And that was fine. It wasn't like the most serious parts of it. To be honest, we laughed a lot of it off, you know, we explained our thought processes to each other, you know, but we didn't touch on anything like super serious. It's kind of just like whatever, you know? And when he did try to get serious, I did kind of shut it down because I was just like, I can't handle that right now. So it was fine, and then he had his arm around me, like, for a good portion of the night, you know, we were real close together, and he drove me back to my car, because I parked, like, a 10-minute walk away in the city. So he drove me back to my car, and then, like, when he parked his car, he was looking at me like he wanted to kiss me, and I got the fuck out of that car, so awkwardly, it was so awkward, and then, yeah, like, I wanted to kiss him, but I had to stay strong. I was staying strong. Okay? Like, cause, like, I just, like, you know, I'm trying to, like, build security and establish a real friendship. You know, I'm trying to move at a different pace than we moved in the past. Yeah, I'm being cautious. You know, I still have a lot of anxiety and fear and uncertainty surrounding a lot of this. So, you know, whatever. And it's like how we agreed on. Like, we agreed that we weren't gonna do anything like that. So I'm keeping up on that end of the deal. You know? So whatever, you know, so I go home, it's fine, like we text like every day, And, there's like every now and again, like, I won't hear from him and not like, until like, I won't say 2 days. I'd say the most like I haven't heard from him is like a day, but he works from like 7 in the morning to 6 p.m. Like 6 days out of the week. So yeah. So within reason, like there are periods of time where I haven't heard from him, but again, all within reason. And mm, yeah, so recently we actually agreed to hang out. It wasn't just like the last time where it was out of nowhere. We agreed. Like, we hadn't made official plans, but we were like, let's see each other. Let me know when you're free. You know? And yeah, so I haven't heard from him. There was like I guess last week I hadn't heard from him for 3 days. So yeah, and then he texted me back. Excuse me. I sent him a text because he has the shirt of mine still. That was an important detail. Okay, semi-important. I need to burp again. I'm so sorry. Every time I talk for like a long period of time, I need to burp. Anyways, um, so he has that shirt, and I want that shirt back. I never gave it to him. He just wore it one time, and I never got it back. Okay, like it's not a big deal or anything, but it's something I'd like back. Okay, so I texted him. I was like, kind of joking, and I was like, hey, can I get my shirt back before you disappear off the face of the earth again? And he texted me. And he sent me like multiple texts. Like he responded to like some earlier text I sent like a day or two before. And then like he responded to the text about the shirt and he literally just said sure. And then like he sent another text about something. I don't know. And so like I respond to just like the last text he had sent. Okay. Then I don't hear from him again. And the last, like, I think I heard from him on Monday, and it's like Saturday. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. When he texted me, the last time he texted me, he told me that the first text he sent me was that, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like, I left my phone at work." He has two phones, but, like a work phone and a normal phone, and he's like, "Sorry, like, I forgot to grab my phone from work." Which I know that's not true. I mean, it could be true, but I know that he's still on Instagram and stuff because I can see his following going up. Dumbass, I can see when you repost shit. I can see when you repost things. I can see the exact time and date. Anyways, so I didn't say anything. Like I thought about saying something, but I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna. I don't fucking care. So I continue on with normal conversation, and then now here I am. Haven't heard from him for a bit. Which the only thing I asked of him is that he doesn't ghost me. He still follows me and everything. He doesn't view my stuff. I think maybe he has me hidden from his story views so I can't view his story. Maybe. Because I don't know, like if he's trying to act like he's not on Instagram, even though I see his following going up and see him reposting stuff. So I don't know what the thought process is there. I haven't said anything to him about it. I just haven't texted him. I sent the one text on like Monday, you know? That's it. I'm not like whatever. Um and so yeah, haven't heard from him. But I did send him a text tonight, like not that long ago. And I just asked him, I was like, hey, let me know when I can get my shirt back. And I sent another text that was like, AKA, give me my shirt back as soon as possible. you know? Because I just, give me my shirt back. At least, you know? If, like, be so fucking, like, if you're gonna ghost me again, the one thing I asked you not to do, the only thing I asked of you, the only thing. If you're gonna do the only thing I asked you not to do, the only thing, then the least you can do is give me my shirt back. Because mind you, I gave him all his stuff back when he ghosted me because his mom was fucking texting me. Like, he couldn't even get it himself. He had his mom do everything. Anyways, it was kind of funny, but whatever. So, yeah, so I'm like hashtag low-key being ghosted again. But he hasn't unfollowed me at least. Which is fine. Like, if you just want to be my Instagram follower, just tell me that. Because it's like, I don't care. But if you're being like, let's hang out, I'm expecting us to hang out. Like, he's acting like he's acting like I have the craziest ideas in my head when he's the one who puts those ideas there. Like, maybe if you communicate about whatever the fuck your thought process is and what you want to be and where you want to be with us, then I'd be chill. Like, I am chill. I'm still being chill. But I don't know. Just fucking communicate, dude. Like, what the fuck's your issue? But the thing is, and everyone in my life hates him. My family hates him. My best friend hates him. Everyone hates him. Okay. Everyone. Okay. Everyone. But the thing is, he's like one of the only people I've ever been in love with. Like, and I'm still actively like in love with him. And I think that I am like a believer that there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. I think that's a very big difference. And I've loved many people. I'm a very loving person, and I love many people to come. Like, I'm not devoid of love because of this guy, but I am in love with him. So that makes things complicated. So I do want him in my life, and yeah. But I'm moving very close to him, not on purpose. It's just we both live in the city now. Well, I'm about to. Obviously, I'm in a fucking camper right now. But this morning I went in and paid for my apartment. I already signed the lease earlier this week, but I got everything paid for now officially. So my moving date is a little later in August. So yeah, but I'm hoping that I'm not trying to cause drama or say anything crazy or say anything defensive or mean or like I'm not really even trying to confront him too much, because I am hoping that us being closer together will lead to us hanging out. I'm not trying to cut ties before then. Okay. So I'm not really pressing too much on anything. Like, I know we aren't anything right now. Like, we're just friends, whatever, you know. So I'm leaving the door open, you know, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, please hang out with me, see me, oh my god, please. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're not texting me. Blah 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 blah. I just want my shirt back. So I'm gonna get my shirt back so that way if he leaves, that's not something I have to worry about, And then if he stays, whatever. That'll be good. So, yeah. So I'm low key, high key being ghosted by the guy I love. But what the fuck ever. It's like, what can you do about it? I can't afford to not be okay right now. Like, I'm about to have a big move, I'm about to start college, I'm about to do all these things. I need to be okay. So I haven't really been letting anything bother me. I cried a lot when he first came back just because, I was still upset over everything and I was still just, upset that he left, and I was very sad throughout the time that he was gone. And so him coming back, really brought up all those emotions. So, I cried a lot every night, and I journal a lot, so I wrote about him a lot and whatever. So, but I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, like I'm okay. I don't expect anything from him. There's nothing to expect. Like, whatever happens, happens, and whatever happens is fine, you know? So, you know, so I am maintaining myself pretty well. I know I'm like all up on here posting like, fucking over 20-minute long video of me being like, my ex-boyfriend did this and this and this, the situation. But no, I am doing pretty okay with that. It does upset me. I'm not gonna lie and say that, oh, I'm not bothered at all. I'm not letting it affect me and my day-to-day life. I'm not letting it affect what I say, what I do, how I, feel about myself. I'm not letting it affect how I feel about him, you know? I'm disappointed and upset, but I'm not really acting out on those emotions. So, um, besides that, I got more cranberry juice, and this one, I accidentally got cranberry juice with calcium, and it tastes different than normal cranberry juice, and I'm not that into it. It's like a very slight difference, but I notice it. I notice it. I want my regular cranberry juice. So I've only had this one for one day. I drink a lot of cranberry juice. I think I have an issue. I don't know. It's just so yummy. It's my favorite drink ever. So yeah. Um. So yeah, that's I'm gonna be so honest. That's like my only life updates. Um I love my ex-boyfriend. I miss him. He's not talking to me. Um Cranberry juice, and I finished paying for my apartment. So yeah. LOL. Um I think my last video got like 4 views. And again, like I said, this is just another diary for myself, so I don't really care too much about stuff like that. But I always wonder, is like, are those 4 people like clicking on and clicking off immediately? Or does that mean there's 4 people who sit through and watch this? That's probably the first one. Okay. Um, well, that's all. Frank out. I'll be back talking about some bullshit again probably later this week.